This is one of the racing games I currently have in my possession. Okay, I lie because that's Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Yeah, it may not seem like much because the game disc was only available at Lukey Games. From my recollections from reading the manuals, they used to sell cute little RCs by Tomy for promotional purposes. So it's a racing game developed by the almighty Japanese gaming company Capcom. You probably know that they were behind one of the more iconic game franchises like Karate Star Wars, Blue Astro Boy, Evil House, Cabela's literal Big Game Hunter, and of course, the almighty Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Capcom will make a couple more appearances later on this list. But one of the things I don't see Capcom doing much are racing games. I mean, they have done shooters, brawlers, platformers, fighting games, horror, hack and slash, etc. But only 5 racing games. One of which is,
Auto Modellista!
So it's basically anime Gran Turismo. But what Gran Turismo has that Auto Modellista lacks was diversity. I mean, in the original Japanese version, all of the cars are from Japanese manufacturers. In the US version, they only added 8 non-Japanese cars. Plus, there's only 10 tracks, but 9 were available at the get-go. Anyways, what does Auto Modellista has that Gran Turismo doesn't? Well, that answer, my friend, is style.
Why not do some style?
I mean, name another racing game that has cel-shaded graphics like these. Okay, some of you are going to reference Drift City, but that game is long gone. So the game's controls are something you need to get used to, because the handling is quite loose. I mean, if you simply flick the analog stick, you'll simply drift. If you turn hard enough, you spin like a motherfucker. Oh, and to reverse, you expect either the square or triangle button to go reverse, right? Heh, not this game. The triangle button has a useless trinket of using the turn signals. To reverse, you have to shift down, even on auto. And to stop going reverse, you have to shift up. This is the game I use the manual transmission quite often. And I'm not the guy used to stick in racing games. Tuning is much more simplified than GTs. If you're expecting something highly complex like adjusting torque, ride height, shock bounding, toe angles, camber angles, down force, up force, dragon force, well, it's not. It gives you the bare basics for tweaking transmission, spring rates, and types of tires. There's also an easy tune-up option, which is a bunch of preset setups for particular tracks. I say that's pretty useless. But the nuttiest tuning feature at the time was engine swapping. Yeah, you had to unlock that first, but you can actually switch an engine like a Subaru 360 with an Impreza, and then plow through the competition like it's nothing. Sadly, this feature negates all tuning, and it's only available on certain cars. Anyways, do you remember when racing games rewards you with cash so you can buy either upgrades or a better machine? Well, Auto Modellista awards you with tuning parts, garage features, and eventually a new car. But this is the only game I know where you have full access to nearly everything. An odd design choice, but the plus side is that it saves you from the tedious cash grinding. Then there are some races where you have to beat twice to unlock the missing cars and features. Now that's cheap. The racing goes up in difficulty slightly, but it does have standards, like if you're driving a slow car like the 36 horsepower Subaru 360 Young SS, then your opponents are scaled down to Daihatsus, Suzukis, and other weak Japanese cars. Honestly, it's quite amusing if you fully tune the Japanese Volkswagen, and this cute little beast exceeds 150 miles per hour at max speed, with ridiculously great handling. Can you name another game where you feel empowered by driving a Daihatsu and win a race with it? Yeah, good luck with that. Even though the game is mostly diverging comparing to the Chad that is Gran Turismo, Auto Modellista has a charm that sticks to me for some reason. It has decent car and garage customization features, a broad set of cars despite being mostly Japanese, with the addition of obscure ones like the Dome Giotto Caspita. It has a nice soundtrack, and it runs at a smooth 60 FPS like most of the games on here. Suffice to say that I have beaten this game as a kid without any problems, and later completed as an adult. You unlock the 10th track, which is the Tamiya Kakigawa circuit, which scales all the cars into RCs. Despite the negative reception, poor sales, written off as Gran Turismo Lite and one reason why Capcom doesn't do racing games nowadays, I don't think it's the worst racing game. Far from it. It's no masterpiece, but I've played far worse, like Big Rigs, Eminem's Kart Racing, Top Gear Daredevil, the console versions of Hard Driving, and Initial D Mountain Vengeance to name a few. It's worth checking out if you're into cel-shaded games. Plus, if you're a drifting fan, you'll get a kick out of this, cause it has the Truno in it. But be wary that the VJ will be your worst enemy if you successfully made your Takumi Fujiwara impression around the corner. I've never seen such technique! I mean, in the game's defense, it's not much of a simulator or an arcade game. I mean, if you look at the title alone, it literally means car designer in Italian. If that's what Capcom is going for, then they did a great job. GG.